If you like carrot cake, you are gonna love this sourdough carrot cake that I've made just a little bit healthier without any refined white sugar, and it has the deeper complex flavor profile of the sourdough. It's perfect for Easter really, but any time of year, and who doesn't like carrot cake? I start by cleaning carrots. And then grating them with a box grater. I find that I don't mind using a box grater and do it manually. You can also use a food processor. However, sometimes I find that by the time I've cleaned up the food processor, I might as well just grate the carrots by hand. And put them into a bowl and set them aside. Then to a medium bowl, I add 2 cups of flour, 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'll quickly just incorporate all these ingredients to mix them up a little bit. And right into that bowl, I crack 4 whole eggs. Add a cup and 1/4 of maple syrup. Two teaspoons of vanilla extract. 1.25 cup of avocado oil, but you can really use any oil here that you have at home. 1 cup of sourdough starter, and it doesn't matter whether it's fed or discard. Mix all these ingredients with my stand mixer. You can also mix these by hand. Lastly, I'll add the shredded carrots and mix it up again. And optional, I like to always toss in about 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts. I like to use avocado oil for greasing a square baking dish. I like the squared baking dish because then I get a very tall, high carrot cake. You can also use something a little bit bigger than that, and that gives you a shallower, not quite as high carrot cake. Pour the batter right into my baking dish. And bake it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour. Now, if your cake is higher, it might need a little bit longer. You can always test with a wooden toothpick or a knife that you insert. In the meantime, I'm going to make the frosting with 8 ounces of cream cheese, to which I add 1/4 cup of maple syrup, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. like using my handheld blender for this and just whip it up until it's very even and soft and not lumpy. So the key to this is to use cream cheese at room temperature to take it out of the refrigerator ahead of time, because otherwise it might get a little bit lumpy and then it doesn't look quite that good. And now the hard part is letting the cake cool down to room temperatures, and this might really take a few hours. And once the cake is completely cooled off, I add the frosting to the top. If the cake is still a little bit too warm, the frosting is going to melt and slide around, so that won't work. And really the cake is the best the next day. Now, if you're thinking that sourdough is a little bit too complicated, or you've tried it and you haven't stuck with it, I invite you to look at my super simple sourdough online course. I have a link in the description box below this video. I'm walking you through all the steps, and again, it is a very simple method that you may not have seen before for both making a starter and keeping your starter. And here is that carrot cake. It is so good. If you can wait until the next day, I recommend that you do, because it will be even better on the second day if you keep it in the refrigerator. And if you're looking for more sourdough recipes, even cake recipes, I have an entire playlist here. Thank you so much for watching. Also, please remember to subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and I'll see you in the next video.